Hola, hola, hola guys, it's me, I've returned. Well, you know how it is here. So it's nice to see you guys again. It's nice to see that, you're still on my channel. You're still subscribed. I know it's been a while. So we're going to chit chat and get ready with me. So if you haven't noticed now, by now, I got a haircut. So I am definitely loving my hair, and it was a spur of the moment thing. I don't know, got up one day and was like, I'm cutting my hair. So I absolutely love it. So I got some products a while ago that I have not opened, haven't used or anything. Just a couple of things from Wet n Wild, and then a couple of just sporadic things that I have here and there. So I'm going to use them. I'm gonna do a simple welcome to spring look, and we're gonna chit chat. So I'm gonna put my hair in a headband and we're gonna get started. Okay, so I just finished turning on my fan because it is hot in here a little bit with all of these lights all around me. So if you hear any humming, loud, annoying noise, that is the humming, annoying fan, y'all. It's my fan. So we're gonna go into it. My face has already been cleansed and primed and all that. Say hello and welcome to my little pimple that's on my chin. That's what happens when you ignore Curology for a couple of weeks. I was like, wow, my skin is looking really good, I'm gonna ditch the Curology for a few weeks, and it was fine for a few weeks, but then that little thing just popped up to remind me, girl, you dependent on Curology. So I did use this right now, which is technically a primer from Huda Beauty, the Water Jelly Hydrating Primer, and I totally forgot that I had this one from Wet n Wild that I got. And this is the Glass Correct primer base, and this is for redness, which is why this primer would be green. So I'm gonna put on a little bit anyway, and ooh, oh wow, that is super duper green. So I think I'm just gonna put on a little bit just to see, even though I'm not really, I don't know, I'm not really confident in these green primers because I don't really feel that they do anything. I don't know. I just feel like if you have to color correct, then color correct, but I don't really think these. So I kind of feel like this primer base is just a little bit greasy in my opinion. I don't know, just a little greasy, more thick than I would want it to be, especially for a primer. This would be good, I guess, if your skin is a little bit more on the drier side, but it doesn't feel bad. There's no scent to it, but I kind of feel like it's just, I don't know, just feels a little bit too thick for me, especially with the warm weather that's coming up. The other product that I have bought, but I'm probably gonna have to, try this out on a different time, because this is a tinted hydrator. So this is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. So supposedly this gives sheer to medium coverage. So if it does that, I'd rather not use that and put foundation on top. And this one is in the color, I believe this is light. Yes, this is the color light. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand just to see how it would look. And they say it is buildable. So that is the color right here. If you see or don't see it, I don't know. It looks actually like it would be a little dark on me. I don't know. I'll have to see and just put really, really little amount on, but that would be the color. But I'll try that out on another occasion. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. I know this isn't Wet n Wild, the e.l.f. Camel CC Cream, which this is a really good CC cream, y'all. I definitely recommend it. This comes off, it's almost like a full coverage foundation. I really, really like it. This is in the color Fair 150C, which is cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on my face. Now a little bit goes a long way, I feel, for this foundation, but this is how it would look. I'm gonna go ahead with my sponge and just put that on. Just so you can see that this has pretty good coverage. Now this color has peachy undertones, which is not my undertone, but it was like the closest in color, I think, you know, for me. So I went ahead and got this. Anything else would have been too dark or too yellow, and I feel like I could probably get away with this a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and slap some of this on here. And I hope that you guys are doing okay. As far as me, I am still dealing with some after effects of the wonderful COVID. So I'm dealing with what you call now, if you have not seen it on the news, and I actually forgot the name. I think it's Sparosmia, or I don't know what it was, but so I'm dealing basically with like a disorder of sense. And what I mean by that is that I am smelling things that are not there. So when I lost my sense of smell to COVID, I guess, I don't know, when my sense of smell finally did come back a month and change later, I guess it came back out of whack. It came back out of sorts. So I smell things that aren't there. For example, I will smell spices like constantly all day, and at first I thought it was me, and I was like, am I seasoning my meat too much or something? Like, is my chicken too seasoned? Is it too flavorful? And it's no. And and when I realized that I was smelling the same thing at work, I was just like, okay, something's wrong here. So obviously you go to the doctor, you figure it out, whatever, and yeah, so this is what it is. You know, and so that's what I'm dealing with. It's just so ridiculous. So I smell things that aren't there. Also, there are some certain like foods or drinks that taste odd, like eggs taste a little off for me. I stopped drinking the Tropicana orange juice because it has a bad aftertaste, and it's not the orange juice, it's me. So excuse the terrible hairy bushy eyebrows, I don't know what. And they've been looking like that. Like, I've been trying so hard to grow them back. I don't know, but anyway, so as I was saying about the little after effects thing, and then another thing I'm still dealing with, I am still dealing with the shortness of breath. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's almost embarrassing, really, because, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm not the skinniest person. So I'm like, is it because of the chicken I ate, or is it because of the virus? And it's just, again, simple things, you know, I'm out of breath. Things that I was not out of breath before for, I now am. And it's just really crazy. You know, I've gone to the doctor, thank God, you know, my lungs are clear and all that stuff. I guess it's just something that, again, you gotta wait for it to clear up and go away. It's frustrating, it's annoying, because I mean, there's really nothing you can do. I mean, you can get some type of like steroid or something. Listen, I just don't want anything else in my body. Like, I've been invaded enough, okay? So other than dealing with that, I also have been dealing with the stress of work. I feel like I talk to you guys about work every time I'm on here. But it's like, I don't know, I think I'm like in a work crisis right now, because can I tell you something that no one knows? No, I'm lying, people know. I hate my job. Like, if I had $1 million, if not even $1 million, if I just had like a load of money in my account, like, I would have left a long time ago. The place, it's just, it has me miserable. I know that I should be thankful. Am I thankful for my job? Yes. I have been employed throughout the pandemic, even though we had, you know, hours cut or whatever. And then we began working remotely. And now we are working remotely and in person. And soon, in the next coming months, we're obviously going to go back, you know, full-time to the office or whatever. Honestly, I am not looking forward to it. Just grabbing my powder here, because man, I'm really gonna miss working at home. Like, it's just so convenient. I can do my work, get dinner ready, do my work, you know, get the laundry ready, whatever it is that I have to do, you know, I can work. I'm not missing a beat, you know. Medical doctor appointments, you know, on the phone, so you're having, you know, these phone medical appointments and things like that. I mean, a lot of my appointments I can do it on Zoom. Now I'm going in person, you know, a little bit more, especially if it's a physical or anything like that. But I'm telling you that I'm gonna miss the convenience of being at home and working. Like, if they gave us a choice, I would stay this way, because, you know, working from home in pajamas, it's just glorious. But alas, you know, I have to enter reality and accept that very soon we will be going back into the office. But I am just really stressed out there. The environment, I don't know, it's proving to be a little more toxic than I wanted it to be. And I never really liked the job. At first I wasn't sure if I wanted to be there because I didn't really know anyone, and no one really made an effort to come to me. And it's not like you're looking for friends at work. I know that that's, you know, I don't go to work looking for BFFs. I know that. But, you know, if I'm gonna be somewhere 8 hours of the day, somewhere where I'm gonna be at more than in my house, I would expect to, you know, just know people and to be in a peaceful environment as I'm doing it. But and although I did kind of go over that hurdle, because I did get to know people, you know, not everyone, unfortunately, because since they have us into groups, I'm just trying to open this palette here. So, oh my gosh, these eyebrows. I feel like every time I go on here, my eyebrows are like, ah! Okay, so they look a little normal now. They're hairy though, they're hairy. I gotta take care of that. But anyway, so we're gonna go on and use my concealer, which I found because it was lost for a while. My Dose of Colors concealer. And this is in the color Light, because I'm light. So yeah, this has been like one of the best concealers that I've been using, other than the Wet n Wild and the e.l.f. Their concealers are good too. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to put a lot. You know which ones you shouldn't put a lot of as far as concealer is concerned? Is it e.l.f.? Yeah, I think it's e.l.f. The e.l.f. Camel Concealer. That is a deep concealer. That is one that a little bit really does go a long way. So I got to know half of the group because we're divided into groups and we alternate on days coming in. So I've gotten to know that group pretty well, and you know, for the most part, I'm fine with it. The other group I don't know as well, but in general, you know, and like in any job environment, there's gonna be people that you get, you know, oh God, what? There's always going to be people that you get along with more than others, and that's a given. But I just kind of feel like, and it's not so much the workers, I think, you know, because I work in a law firm, so a lot of the attorneys are, for lack of a better word, rude. They're just rude and they're nasty. The management is pretty much nasty too. Just a lot of just negativity, just toxicity that you know, find in the workplace, and I really find that I am just traumatized. So the palette that I'm using here is the Wet n Wild Color Icon, and this is the color that I got, and this is one of the many that they have. This one is Color Icon 10 Pan Shadow Palette, and this is in the color, where is it? Heart and Soul. So Heart and Soul. I like this one because I just like the amount of neutrals and like this little shimmery pinky type color there. So I'm going to be using that with my trusted brushes and see how it comes out. So yeah, so as I was saying, you know, I just don't know if I want to be there anymore. And obviously, you know, the thought of finding another job had came up, you know, in my mind, you know, just because I'm, you know, unhappy there. But then when the pandemic happened, then obviously I was not able to do that. It was something that I was thinking of for a while. It wasn't a decision that I had made right away, because I didn't know, finding a job is something, working and all that. It's not the easiest, in the fact that finding a job and keeping it in this day and age is a little bit hard, especially with the pandemic happening and things like that. And I just didn't know if it was the right time to do that, so I didn't do it. But as time is going by, I just feel like it's just really tapering off my anxiety more than what it is, and I just don't like feeling that way. So at the job that I was, and this was not too long ago, maybe, I don't know, 2-3 years maybe, probably earlier than that. I was at a job and I was there for 4 years, and just the terrible environment of working there, it was just awful. I hated working there. I don't know how I lasted 4 years there. I think that it actually got worse towards the last year or two. The first 2 weren't bad, but as time progressed, it got pretty bad there. And I think that a lot of my trauma and a lot of my anxiety resulted from being in that job. And when I got married, I waited a little bit. I told my husband, listen, I'm going to deal with being here because I don't want to make a big decision of leaving a job after just getting married, because you're just married, you want to make sure that you make the right choice and you don't end up going somewhere worse. And I said to him, I'm gonna wait for a little bit, and when I feel that we're stable enough, I'm gonna make the leap and I'm gonna go. And I'm really glad that I made that decision, because I feel like had I not, I really would have been in trouble there. But I really think that my trauma really follows there. And so the job that I'm at now is really triggering how I felt at that other place. So I'm questioning, and I'm constantly questioning myself if I should stay here, how long I should stay here, if I want to leave, and all this stuff. It's just really stressful. So it really is important, y'all. Like, I'm not even saying this to be like dramatic or anything like that, but be nice to people. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what problems people have gone through. And we've all gone through some tough stuff, this past year. We're still on it right now. Things, they're getting there, and they should be ending soon, God willing, but just be kind to people. You don't know what people are going through, and it just constantly irks me and angers me how you go to places, you go to your job, whatever, and you're looked down, you're talked to and treated like you're a peasant, and because they hold a title or whatever, they think that they're better than you, and it's not right, because you may have a title or whatever. I help with the office or whatever, and in your cases or whatever, but you're not better than me, and people really need to learn that. That is so important. So when something's up when you get up in the morning, and I mean, I suffer from anxiety already, so because I'm just so unhappy there, it's just like the alarm goes off, whatever, and when it's time for me to like physically go in, I get such an anxiety, like it's just, I can't even explain it. If you suffer from anxiety and depression, then you would understand. But it's something like, it's almost like a feeling of doom. Like, I don't want to go there. I can't, I hate being there. And you shouldn't feel like that at your job. You just shouldn't. I know it's not a Disney World. Like, no, I'm not expecting to go somewhere and, oh my God, this is the best day of my life, best day ever. It's your job. I get it. But I shouldn't feel how I feel. You know what I mean? I honestly don't know how I'm gonna do when we get back full time. Like, I am gonna be like the most unhappiest person ever. I don't know. I'm just like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Another issue is that we want to move from where we live right now. That is another issue. Being here, living here, it's not, we're not happy anymore. The person who owns the property, you know, the landlady, has become, to say the least, a pain in the booty. She's just become the most obnoxious, noisy, inconsiderate person that we have been dealing with. We've lived here for almost 4 years, and we never really had a problem with the place until now. She's just, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's because she hasn't worked, you know, you know, her hours were cut or whatever. I don't know if it's that, you know, but it's like she's just obnoxious, you know. In the days when it's cold, you know, she's cheap with the heat, you know. She claims that she gives heat, which is, she's full of crap, because the thermostat, from what we're told from a neighbor, or actually a tenant that rents a room in her own apartment, he told my husband that that thermostat's on 55 degrees on a cold day. You know, and I had an argument with her. I had a huge argument with her a few weeks ago about that, you know, because she's complaining about the light bill and all this stuff. And I'm like, listen, you know, she's like, oh, you know, I know that you have heaters. I said, yeah, I put on my heaters when you don't give heat. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just sick of you. Sick of you. She's just very inconsiderate. We're on the bottom floor. She's on top of us. I mean, 7 in the morning on a Saturday where we want to sleep. We work and all this stuff, and you're moving around, I don't know what, dragging stuff all day, dragging stuff at night. I mean, parties, and she's not really a party person, but when she does, I mean, they're going to sleep 4 in the morning and we're like waiting, and you know, these walls are thin, you hear everything. It's just, I can't take it anymore. I just cannot take it anymore. It's just a lot of things that I just can't continue to say. I don't know, it's just so much. Just so unhappy here, and that is stressing me off too, because I'm stressed at work and I'm stressed at home as well. And it feels like you just don't have rest, you know, like I'm constantly stressed, I'm constantly tired, I'm constantly sad, I'm constantly feeling so many things that I have not felt in years is coming back. And that, you know, this shimmer is such a pretty shimmer for the lid, but it's just so hard pressed, it's so pressed, that it's like, to get a good amount on your finger is like ridiculous. But I'm talking about this color right here, which I put on my lid, and it's just such a pretty color, but gee whiz, is it just a pain to take out. So, you know, going through all this stuff, it's just not the easiest thing to go through, and I have been feeling, which is one of the reasons why I haven't really been here much, is because I feel like I have anxiety coming on. I feel like my depression is like trying to creep up, you know. So that's why I kind of have not been around here, and it's not like I don't want to do videos like I do. Like, you know, you have no idea like how many times I've wanted to, you know, get up and make something, or I've gotten up and said I'm gonna do a video today, you know, and then it just doesn't happen. You know, and it just, because I just don't find the energy to. I feel so like stressed and defeated sometimes, you know, and alone, and you know, and not, you know, with my husband, so to say. My husband he's a wonderful man, and he's been there, you know, but sometimes it's like you can be with a big group of people, you know, you can have your husband say how much he loves you and all this stuff, but it's just a feeling that, oh my God, I'm so sad, I'm so overwhelmed, you know. And so I started speaking to a therapist. I'm speaking to a therapist, and just trying to sort things out, trying to talk things out, trying to see if I feel better, and I'm hoping that I do feel better soon. So this is super old, but I found it, so I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Just warm up my face a little bit. The Too Faced Natural Lust Bronzer. I mean, woo! I loved this bronzer when it came out because it's so big, if you can see that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just swirl a little bit and just put some on my face, just warm myself up a little bit. So that is, you know, just a smidge, just a touch of what I've been going through, but you know, it's just all that stuff. And then in all of this, you know, it's just stress. You know, you're trying to do things and you're trying to succeed and you're trying just so many things and so many dreams and desires that, you know, you have, but just the stress and the sadness and all of that gets in the way. So I am these days feeling just really overwhelmed, just really overwhelmed, sad, you know, and my anxiety has really I feel gone through the roof. I mean, there are times where out of nowhere I have like just such a terrible anxiety that will come out. I've already had my share of, you know, panic attacks and things like that, just reaching out for some blush. Okay, so this is the first one that came out, the Auto Balm Girl Powder. Yeah, Girl Powder from the Balm Cosmetics. So I'm gonna just swirl some of this. I'm gonna take 2 colors here and just swirl it on. But yeah, so I'm trying, dude. It's just really hard. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I haven't been really using lashes that much, once in a while. So I'm going to try out this Big Papa Mascara from Wet n Wild, and we're gonna see what that's about. Hopefully it lives up to the name, and I guess we will find out in a minute. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open it up. Okay, here is the wand right there, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna just wipe it off a little bit. I mean, I'm usually just like, I don't know. Mascaras for me are like a hit or miss, you know, especially because I have such few, and because they're light and, you know, I don't know, they're so few and they're not long. So far it's okay. All right, so it is a decent mascara. It's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Am I blown away? No, but I'm not blown away with a lot of mascaras. So, but this is a decent mascara. I actually like that it's has a nice pretty dark color. There's some mascaras that you just layer it and they're just not black enough, and I really hate that. So I'm going to be using now the Wet n Wild Brow Sessive Brow Shaping Gel. So I'm just going to put this to set my brows, and this is in clear, although it looks white, but so we'll see. So it's probably, yeah, it comes on, yeah, it'll set though, so I'm sure that it's gonna set clear. That way it will keep the good old brows in place. Okay, so for highlighter, I'm going to be using from MAC. This is the Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and this is for, who is that? Okay, so for highlighter, I'm going to be using from MAC. This is the MAC Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and this is from the Chinese New Year. I don't know if you can see it from the lighting or not, but it has 2 little cute fishies swimming around there. So I'm just going to go ahead, take my brush, and just put some on here. And I like this highlighter when I'm in the mood for it, which has been a lot lately because it's not really glittery. Sometimes I'm in the mood for glittery, and a lot of other times I'm not. So I kind of like this. The only weird thing, well, not weird, but the only unfortunate thing is that you can't really wet this highlighter because I tried it and it didn't really work. So that's the only thing, but other than that, I really do like this highlighter. And it's not like crazy subtle, but I feel like if you build it up a lot. Okay, so I have two of these colors here. This is the Wet n Wild Cloud Pout Marshmallow Lip Mousse. So I have these two colors here. I could have sworn that I bought more, but I guess not. So this one is in the color Sugarholic, and this one is in the color Marsh to My Mellow. So obviously this one will probably look better than this one. But yeah, we're gonna try them both anyway. Alright, so ooh, this is a nice little bright orange going on here. Oh, okay, but it's actually, yeah, well, when it says marshmallow, this is gonna be a type of comfort matte. And it's actually really subtle. Got some on my tooth there. Okay, so here is this orangey color, which actually it feels pretty nice. It's a light color. It's not anything dramatic or drastic. So this would be perfect for you if you're looking for that nice springy summertime color, but you don't want anything too like, whoa, you know. This is a really nice color, and this is a marshmallow type creamy formula, so this is a comfort matte, and I'm liking it, and it smells really nice. It reminds me of cupcakes, or reminds me of like birthday cake. That's kind of like what it smells like to me, and I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try on this other color and see how it looks. So here is the other color. This is what, Marsh to My Mellow. Yes, Marsh to My Mellow. It's okay. I actually prefer this color. I don't know, I actually just like it more than this one. Nothing wrong with this color, but I don't know, just preference. This one kind of, I feel like it made my eyes pop a little more. So I'm gonna slap on some powder. This is for the Bye Bye Pores Pressed from It Cosmetics. So I'm gonna just pop that on. Okay, so I changed the lip color, and I'm just going to finish up my face with the MAC Fix and Prime Matte. Alright guys, so this is the look that I finished using the products that I got from Wet n Wild. Again, the primer. Now the primer, I kind of don't feel it too much, but I don't know, just kind of felt that it was just a little too on the greasy, kind of heavy side. I don't know, but maybe I still need to keep using it. All the other products, the mascara was fine. The eyeshadow palette I liked a lot. I just feel like lately the shimmery colors, I just feel like they're too hard pressed, and then it's like, it's just kind of hard to apply it with your finger, which is how I prefer to use it. So, but other than that, the palette is really nice, and they do have quite a couple of colors in this color icon collection. So if you have not checked them out, then I recommend that you go on their site and check it out. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for listening to me. I hope that you guys are all doing well. It's a hard time, but hopefully there is hope in the horizon, and I see that this is all ending. However, my journey to get back to whatever, I don't know, to me feeling some type of normal, I'm hoping I get there soon, and I hope that I am less stressed in the future. But you know, it's life, it happens. But again, just be nice out there, be kind to people. You don't know what they're going to, and if you are a boss, if you have employers, if you're a manager or whatever, stop being a jerk. See you guys. Hope you guys are well. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.